Gentlemen, we have boat drinks. That's a line from a movie from the mid-90s called Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. And the reason why I say that is because when I think of the car that's supposed to be in this package, it makes me want to drink on a boat. So, anyways, you can see here I bought this from a seller called Y2-Style-Japan off of eBay. This is a Kyosho model, and it's Bentley Azure. If you can't tell from those photos back there, it seems to be well packed. You know, it's got the cardboard and then bubble wrap, and then it's got the original box. So this seller knows what they're doing. I think you should feel confident that this guy or girl can get you a model safely. Okay, so the Bentley Azure, it was made between 1995 and 2003, and it was built on the Continental R platform. And they needed help from Pininfarina to make the shell and the body top, where Pininfarina in Italy converted the Continental R into this 4-seat convertible. Okay, let's pause and look at this box here. Unfortunately, there's no price on this. It's just the Bentley collection. I guess there's only one Bentley collection that was put out by Kyosho, from my experience. It's my goal to get one of each, but man, these things they're pricey. So slowly but surely I'll get one of each of these models. Okay, let's see. It does say here on the bottom 2015 Kyosho. So this model's like 6 years old or something like that. And it is opened. All of them are blind boxed from a store, so they're always going to be open, so you know, an eBay seller can tell you what color you're getting. Okay, so typical blister pack from Kyosho. We got 2 color choices there, and I went with the sky blue. And I think I even paid a little extra than the white one that was on eBay at the time, because I figured I'd live large through diecasts. Okay, so we do have a base I'm going to have to unscrew this from. And my initial impression is this is a big model. All Kyosho blisters come with the same size plastic base, but they usually don't come to touch the edges of it. But we'll compare it to some other diecasts at the end of the review. Okay, so, well, it's a long screw on this one. Okay, there's a long pin on there as well that could probably snap off if you're not careful. So be mindful of that if you buy this model. Okay, let's compare it to the photos here. So, I'll focus on the model. It's pretty accurate. The only thing that's really lacking that I can see is the center of the wheels. You know, there's no Bentley logo there. It's such a large surface area on the model that they could have easily printed a B there, but I guess they're just lazy. I also feel that the door handle should be silver, and actually it is silver. It's just hard to tell with the reflection. But yeah, there's no Bentley thing on the hood emblem, but I think that makes sense because it would just break off. I don't know, maybe it could have been done. Kyosho definitely could have been able to do it, but I guess they skipped out on it. Okay, so the front view in general seems okay. What about the back view? Let's see here. Again, it seems alright to me. It's not glaringly off to, you know, it doesn't look totally out of proportion or anything like that. So anyways, you can pause it and decide for yourself, but my initial impression is pretty good, and that's generally the case with Kyosho. They're a pretty good model company. They make a lot of large scale models and RC models, and their RC mini, they're called mini Z's. They have really nice body kits on their mini Z's, which are like 1/28 scale. But those things are really cool RCs. You can get them rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, or all wheel drive, and they have crawler trucks out nowadays, and buggies as well. Okay, anyways, that's not what we're talking about though today. We're talking about this model. So looking at this thing, this is a really nice blue. I'm glad I got the blue over the white. It's a, you know, metallic. I hope that's just dust. No, sadly. Seems to be some sort of contaminants or paint bubbling. Maybe that's paint rash. Boy, that's too bad. That is too bad. Okay, well, let's continue on. We got a little silver here on the door handle, and also the key lock mechanism there. And again, yeah, the wheels. It seems like a big oversight. You know, it's just calling for a logo to be printed there. But if I had to guess, you know, this model might have cost less than $10 at retail, maybe like $8 based on my experience collecting Kyoshos. So I suppose, you know, and for $8 in general, this is a pretty sweet model. It doesn't have every detail you expect, and now, you know, modern diecasts like Inno and Tarmac works, but those things cost a lot more money. Okay, so let's go to the front then. So we do have a textured grille. Yeah, very nicely done. Very nice. Obviously the plastic lights. Okay. They're kind of weird though. Like, they're so deep. I'm kind of used to seeing other Kyoshos have like the surface behind the plastic closer, but these are so thick. Look at, you can see the thickness of that plastic there, that it like has no indication of like a light bulb or a light bucket back there. So it's a little different than usual, it seems. And then if I hold it from this angle, let's see if there's any. Yeah, there is a texture in these bottom grills as well. You can hear it. Okay, so that's nice. You know, it's a nice deep recess there. Okay, so there is the logo there, and it is legible. You know, the B logo is looking good. Okay, and you can really get a good idea of the metallic blue paint. You know, the speckling is really small. It's really fine. Okay, so the panel gaps, they seem alright. They're not super wide. There's really tiny lines here. I guess they're supposed to be like wiper blades, but they're not really realistic. They're just straight lines, and there's no like arm attaching it to like a motor. So those are pretty lame wiper blades. Some of the worst I've seen in Kyoshos, which is odd because this is a very recent Kyosho blister from 2015. I've seen better from their mid-2000s models. Anywho, we got the black printing here. The black out of the windshield looks pretty nice. The mirrors seem okay. This is a weird styling or design element. I mean, there's a massive gap here, which obviously shouldn't be there. So it seems like this plastic is supposed to be like that. So that's a QC problem, or maybe it's a design problem. Like it's under tension. If you glued it, you know, that would cure it, but I don't want to. Crazy glue tends to fog up all this type of plastic, so I'm going to just leave it alone. Okay guys, I'm going to edit this in there because you know, this is such a pricey model. If you guys want to buy it, I want to let you know you can fix this windshield problem because it is screwed together. I just unscrewed the thing, and this windshield thing is a little loose, so I just literally jammed some tissue paper underneath the front section of this piece of plastic, which is basically pushing up this side and henceforth pushing down this side. So now you can see there's no gap there between the mirror and the windshield. So yeah, it's fixable. You just gotta get a screwdriver and some tissue paper, or you know, shim it with some plastic or something like that. I guess you could glue it, but why would you even bother risking, you know, screwing it up? So okay, let's cut back to the rest of the video. The tires do have a nice curvature to the sidewalls. Okay, this side we also have a fuel filler door. And then let's go to the back here. So super thick lights. These look pretty good. I think it looks better on the back end than the front end. Here you can see the center plastic has a circle going into the diecast. So it kind of looks like it's a light bulb or something there. And then the Bentley logo again is nice. Let's see if I can focus better. Okay. Well, it's really hard to see because it's silver on metallic blue. Okay, but anyways, those exhaust tips are looking really nice too. Let's focus on those. Right, so you got the black in the middle, and it does actually seem to have some depth to it. So very nice exhaust tips. Okay, so now we got the bottom, pretty plain bottom, but that doesn't really bother me. It's nice that it's screwed together. If anything's messed up, you can take it apart, try to fix it, or if you want to do a wheel swap. It's not really a roller, guys. I can just tell the friction alone. That's not a roller. 50-50 chance that a Kyosho is going to roll. Just be mindful of that. These aren't really meant to go down racetracks. They're just meant to look nice. Okay, so anyways, we're talking about that. The interior is nice. A lot of molded details going on. But in typical blister fashion from Kyosho, it's just plain black plastic. would have been so nice if this was like a tan plastic, like the photograph I showed you guys earlier. You know, I don't know why they choose to just do it all in black when I can't imagine the cost of the plastic varies a great amount between the colors if Hot Wheels can do it, or really other brands can do it. So you notice these seats are pivoting. They're a separate molded piece, and they're sliding in from the bottom of this plastic interior, and so that's why it doesn't really bother me. I guess it's supposed to be like that. Well, anyways, okay, so all in all, it's a great model. Only real problem quality wise is this tiny little bit of blistering here. Let's zoom in here. I don't know if it's a blister or there's a contaminant in these little 3 dots, but excuse me, but that's really small, so I guess it could have been a lot worse. Let's put it that way. So I'm pretty happy. Let's put on the Spin Master here, and while it's spinning I'll talk a little bit more about the car. So the car has a 6.75 liter V8 turbocharged engine, and depending on the year, it made between 360 to 385 horsepower. And then it has a 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds, which is pretty fast for something this huge and so unaerodynamic. I mean, it's a convertible. The thing has a top speed of 150 miles per hour, and back in 1995 the thing sold for like 215,000 British pounds, so a pretty pricey car. Okay, so I don't have too many Bentleys. I have 3 others. This one is a Kyosho. This is my first Kyosho Bentley. This is I think the Super Sport R, or what is this? It's just Super Sports, that's all. Okay. Alright, so as that spins, so you can see, you know, just the length is so much greater on this 4-seater. It's a true 4-seater meant to hold 4 adults, whereas the you know, Super Sports is more like a 2+2, like only kids could fit in the back of that thing, or a dog. Alright, so anyways, they're both nice models. Very big fan. And then let's take this off. And then Mini GT does this great one. You know, this is a modern Continental GT. I really wish they wrote, you know, what the car was. Right? It's not really educational to people if you don't know what the car's name is. Okay. So that's a nice model too. I mean, I think actually the Mini GT is a nicer model. I mean, it's got the printing in the middle of the wheels. You got the Bentley logo there, and then it has these super sweet rubbery like mirrors. So, and also there's a license plate, right? It says Bentley on the license plate. So there's just more work going into the Mini GT. Now it still has a black interior, so those are pretty much equal there. But yeah, I think time has progressed and Mini GT puts out a better Bentley. The logo on the Mini GT on the hood looks a lot nicer as well. So very good job. And I'll just quickly show this one because it's the last of my Bentleys. This is also a Mini GT. It's just the race version, the GT3. So yeah, okay, actually, you know, the size of that doesn't matter. It's a race car, right? But if I recall correctly, this is the 3rd generation Continental. I might be wrong. It's either the 3rd, or if there is a 4th generation. It's basically the most recent generation. So you can see it's quite a large car. You know, significantly larger than I think the previous one. In fact, I'm not sure if I can get them all on this one little round thing, but we'll try. Assuming if they're all, you know, true 64, I think this one's a little bit bigger than that one, right? Which makes sense. As new generations come out, they tend to get larger. But yeah, this convertible, this Azure is just, that's a whale. It's a whale of a diecast right there. So it has a lot of presence. I like it. Okay, so get a better angle here if you guys want to pause it and, you know, compared to the photos. But yeah, all in all, I think I'm quite happy with this one. It was a pricey model. You can just check eBay for yourself how much these Bentleys are going for. But I don't know of a better 1/64 scale Azure. This might be the only 1/64 scale Azure. I might be mistaken. Maybe Hot Wheels or Matchbox did one, but I'm pretty sure they're never going to come close to the Kyosho quality. Okay, guys. Well, just like you know, the initial boat drinks, this thing just makes me think about having a good time with 3 friends driving around. So I will leave you guys with a quote that my friend Marshall always used to say: "Have a good time all the time."